It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Western New York. Ty Johnson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 32. He's got this complete to James Cook. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Allen now on first down. Free inside the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Running back sent in motion. On first down, Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. He's got it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
2nd and 3 now. Shakir sent in motion left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills finish up an excellent opening series. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it, on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now to kick this away. Damian Pierce now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Well, here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
First play, Stroud's gonna pass. Flush down now to his left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of the game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the jaw and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. This is ahead for about 5. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Got him 5 yards back, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Pass taken in by Diggs. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will force them to start inside the 20. That punt heads out at about the 15-yard line. Here comes the Bills offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Cook calls it in. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motion man sent left. 2nd and 1. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Allen looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Complete to Coleman. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send a receiver in motion right. Allen gonna throw again. And he's gonna be brought down at the 42. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. To the air again, Allen. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. They kick the running back in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going. Get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. It's Allen out of the pistol. Brought in close to the 8. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Pass now to kick this away. Pierce now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. The throw is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. On the move, headed right. And he drives this forward to the 6. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone, so the football will come back out to the 20. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down throw for Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. And stop coming from Henry To'o. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. And it's the Bills, who have 2nd and 4. From the 38. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shakir in motion right. Now Allen. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Texans grab it! And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Texans make it a one-score game before halftime. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the extra point is up, and it is good. And the Texans cut the lead down to 4. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Allen now on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And then completion's still pretty good for the defense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Allen on the play action. Connection made to Coleman. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third down, 1 yard to go. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And following that return, we've got an injured player down there. He'll receive some assistance as we step aside. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. He's going to push one deep down the right.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing here, Mills. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Here's Mills to throw. With the grab. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. He'll throw it yet again into the hands of Schultz. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And it's going to be 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Connection made to Dell. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they could try for some points going into the break. it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Everly's kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And a little close for comfort, but it does get to the end zone before going out for a touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Back to throw it. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's complete inside the 35. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half of football by the great quarterback, Josh Allen. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Pass now to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the third. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Mills to the air now. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Mills looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Here's Mills. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Taron Johnson has it. And the Bills are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air. Allen. Shakir with the grab. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completes beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Again, Allen to the air. Complete to Shakir. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll try the right side with Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Play action now, Allen. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And the defender comes away with it. Taken away by the rookie from USC. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Keeping it with Mixon. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. On the ground again with Mixon. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now Mills. Diggs there to bring it in. And he'll get it up to the 44. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Mills back to throw. Complete to Dell. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Looking to throw, Mills. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They are throwing it again. Dell with the grab. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Third and just 2 to go. On the option, here's Mixon. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Second down now, 7 to go. This is Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. A give. This is Mixon. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6. Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Gets this to Kincaid.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills needing a couple. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Allen setting up to throw. Connection made to Shakir. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver could easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Complete to Coleman. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. And it's the dime package on 3rd down by the Texans. Extra DBs on the field. Now to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they're left with 4th and short.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
The kick is off the mark, no good. And their chance at a lead late falls to the wayside.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And that 2-point lead, it's still right there on the scoreboard, Brock, after their defense got off the field clean.
And now, Kate, this offensive goal is to make sure that clock expires with that lead still in hand and them holding the ball. You absolutely do not want to give this ball back, knowing the other side still just needs a field goal.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. So Buffalo's gonna call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motioning one of the tight ends. 3rd down, Mixon gets it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Texans only moments away from finalizing their win as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Now for one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So the Texans come away with the road win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Buffalo.